I'm talking now to my African brothers and sisters. There certainly are white people listening to this program. I know that. But I'm not talking to them. I'm not any more concerned about white people than white people are concerned about me. And I happen to know from my history, I'm 74 years old in this country, I know that white people are not concerned about me. See, I went to a high school, Morgan Park High School here in the city of Chicago, where in most classes I was the only black, and the teachers, the principal, everybody there talked to the group as if I wasn't there. And that's the way I talk to my brothers and sisters. There are no white people in this studio audience, but if there were, I would say the exact same things, because I talk to my black brothers and sisters as if white people weren't there. Because I'm not concerned about what they think or whether they think. I'm saying that black people, if they're going to get out of this, they're going to have to do several things. They're going to have to quit believing that Jesus saves. Now, anybody who every night goes down on their knees asking Jesus, asking Mother Mary, asking any of them other people, including the Pope, to save them, is past silly. Ain't no question about them being ignorant, but they are fool to boot. You see, think of this. White leaders. Who are white leaders? Well, I'll tell you who white leaders are. White leaders are people like George Washington, General George S. Patton, you know, Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson. All these people was warriors. General MacArthur. See, these people were warriors, and they are white leaders. Now, when you start talking about black leaders, Reverend Pigfoot, chicken, chitlin eating, you know, what is this nonsense? That all your leaders are Reverend so-and-so, or Dr. so-and-so. Ain't never bust a grape nowhere. Don't even believe, because I talked to one of my friends with a doctorate. Well, it was two of them there at the time. And I asked him, did you ever read The Nature of Violence by Gordon Allport? No. Well, that book talks about how you acquire land. You don't go, would y'all give us some land? That ain't how the people in Bosnia are getting land. That's not how the people in Northern Ireland are getting land. That's not how Cecil Rhodes got land all over Africa. Owns the dynasty that he set up, which includes the Oppenheimers and the De Beers in South Africa, is a land area larger than the state of Illinois. He didn't go there and say, would y'all give me this land? When the Europeans came to the United States or North America, they didn't say, well, you Indians, why don't y'all give us this land? They took the land. If you ever get any land, you're going to have to take it. Ain't nobody going to give you no land, because land is wealth. See, that's what I'm talking about, is wealth. I'm not talking about money. Michael Jordan got a lot of money. So has a whole, you know, Michael Jackson. They don't have no wealth. See, black people in the United States are proud of telling me about the $400 billion of spendable income that Africans here in the United States have. All of it put together is more than the gross national product of Canada. You see, gross national product, you got to get that. See, what blacks have is a gross national income. That has very little, if anything, to do with the gross national product. I have talked to black bankers about that. They don't know no more about it than the average brother in the street. They think if we could just get enough money in here, we'd be all right. Well, money is only how you score the game. It is not wealth. See, Canada, with less gross national product than black people in the United States have in gross national income, owns railroads, gold mines, coal mines, airlines, Air Force, Navy. Do you understand all that? Can that sink in? That you don't have none of that? And the reason is that you got all that money and you're satisfied having all that money. Because you don't have no understanding of what wealth is. If you would read the book An Empire of Their Own by Neil Gabler, beautiful book. All these books on this table can be gotten at the Safari Shop, which is at the corner, it's in Morgan Park in Chicago, Illinois, at the corner of Loomis and 111th Street. They, of course, allowed us to use all of these African art objects and the background. What I'm saying is that black people, African people, are going to have to deal with the reality that until you have some wealth, you can have all the money in the world, and you don't have any power. You see, Jews in this country, they don't march. You know, what they do is they buy real estate. They buy farms. They own millions of acres of land. The Chinese came here. They were almost slaves. They brought them here to push the railroad from New York all the way to the West Coast. But what they did was they dropped off along the way and they started opening up laundries, little food stores. And these little food stores, they would save their money and put it all together in little strange secret organizations, and they wound up owning land where that they grew the produce that they sold in the stores. And pretty soon they were processing and manufacturing for their stores. And after that was natural to get into transportation and marketing and banking and finance. And now they own thousands of shopping centers from coast to coast, millions of acres of land. Every piece of bok choy that you eat in Chinatown was grown on a Chinese farm. I'll guarantee you that. Black folks eat more collard greens than anybody in town. And the Greeks in Chicago sell every pound of collard greens that's sold in this town. And the spinach, and the turnips, and the collards. And yet you keep on telling me about, see, we working together. You don't even understand what working together would be. When they have, see, I don't know, you telling us stuff, but you're not giving us no solution. If you listen to what I'm saying, the solution is in what I'm saying.